Are you unknowingly making a huge mistake in your training that is really holding you and your dog back? It's a super common one, and I see it all the time. Too much testing and not enough training. If you have ever rattled off commands like sit, down, stay, come, spin, all in a row, thinking that this is helping, well, it's actually doing the opposite. In today's video, I'm going to break down exactly why that approach does not teach your dog anything, and why, if you are not careful, it could actually make things worse. Stick around because we are diving into solutions to level up your training fast. Let's talk about this common trap. Instead of training their dogs, many owners simply test them. Here's what this looks like. You say, sit, good, now down, good, stay, come, shake, spin, and the list goes on. It feels productive. After all, you're running through all these cues, right? But what's really happening here? This is not training, it is testing. You're just checking what your dog already knows. But testing in itself does not help your dog learn. It's like giving a kid a pop quiz without ever teaching them the material in the first place. It might seem fun at first, but eventually the dog is not learning anything new, and it's only going to make things more confusing. When you actually do training, you're teaching skills to your dog in a step-by-step manner. Let's look, for example, at teaching a sit-stay. Your end goal might be that your dog can stay even in a crazy environment, when you're 50 feet away, tossing a ball, or jumping up and down. But you do not get there all at once. Instead, you build up this behavior in many small steps. First, your dog might be sitting next to you, and you reward that. Then you start by shifting your weight slightly, and reward. Next, you maybe raise one arm, or take one tiny step and reward, and so on. Every single step of this training process is part of a conversation between you and your dog. Yes, this is what I want. Yes, you got it. Good job. Training like this teaches your dog to really understand the behavior. And more importantly, it also builds their confidence. They start to expect success because they're being guided by you every step of the way. Now, let's flip back to testing, what we do not want to do. If you just run your dog through a bunch of commands, sit, stay, shake, roll over, come, you are not actually explaining anything to them. It's like getting a quiz at school. It tests what a student already knows, but it does not help them to learn anything new at all. For your dog, all those cues in a row do not expand their understanding of the individual behaviors. In fact, too much testing and not enough training can often backfire in two ways. First, it creates pushy and demanding dogs. Some dogs will become very demanding. They expect the game of rapid-fire cues, so they start giving you these behaviors randomly. Sit down, roll over, even when you didn't ask for them. They may even start whining, barking, or getting frustrated, thinking, hey, give me the next thing to do. This turns training into a guessing game and leads to your dog becoming really pushy. On the other hand, some dogs shut down when they feel overwhelmed. If they are being asked for too many behaviors without enough clarity or rewards, they might disengage entirely. You will notice them avoiding training, walking away, refusing your rewards, or seeming disinterested and checked out. This can really damage the bond you're trying to build with your dog and make them less willing to participate in future training sessions. So, how do you avoid this trap? It's easy. Simply focus on training one behavior at a time. Instead of running through a whole list of cues, pick one goal behavior, such as a solid sit-stay, and break it down into small, achievable steps. Reward your dog for little wins along the way, and gradually increase the challenge. This is what true training is. A step-by-step conversation with your dog, where you're building their understanding and confidence one success at a time. Alright, so here's the takeaway. Less testing and more training. Focus on teaching your dog one skill at a time, and watch how much smoother your training becomes, and how much happier and more engaged your dog will be. If you have any questions, as always, just reach out in the comments, and I wish you happy training!